Shaun White, 35 years of age, turning 36 coming up in September, growing up right before our very eyes, and I believe officially retired back from the Olympics, finishing fourth in the half pipe. And Shaun joins us now. Are you officially retired?
I am, yeah, which is so wild to say. I'm 35. I guess older in the sport of snowboarding, but I still feel like I got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, but you're 35. Brady just retired at 44, Shaun. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I guess, when I think about it, if you're throwing the ball and you're off a few inches or so, it's not as bad as when you're 20 feet in the air looking at this icy wall going, oh, this isn't good.
What is that feeling like, though, when you're getting some big air and you know that this might hurt?
Oh, yeah. It's like the scene in Talladega Nights where he's like, oh, flying through the air. It's doing good. Like everything slows down and you're just like, oh, my goodness. It's kind of like when you hit a ball or you do that shot and you just know you messed up right away. So you have all that time in the air to think about, wow, okay, do I want to land on my back? Do I want to, why did I get into this situation in the first place? So yeah, it's not good.
Do you teach yourself how to fall, how to land?
No, but there is an art to it, I would say, because a lot of people, they just panic. And I kind of like assess the situation and go, okay, well, there's kind of like a way to roll out of it or slide or something. But, it happens. You're going to crash just like anything. There will be mistakes and, you got to kind of like roll with those injuries and learn from them.
We were wondering if you've ever held a job.
A job?
Yeah. So let's go around the room here. Who believes, other than snowboarding or skateboarding, do you believe that Shaun White has held a regular job? Todd?
I think he has. I think he may have dabbled in like a little something with children, like a little camp counselor thing.
Camp
just on the
counselor.
Side, little summer camp.
Okay.
To help the kids out with skateboarding.
Paulie?
I'm going to say, brief pizza delivery at a young age on a bicycle.
Okay. Seton?
Look, a very young age paper route.
Does
that count?
Okay. Shaun, have you held an actual job?
No. Stayed in, snowboard. I mean, I was sponsored at 7, so it was pretty much.
What are you making at age 7? How much money are you making at age 7?
Well, I was amateur, so I was.
Of course you were.
I just had travel budget and whatnot, which was pretty wild. But I started making money when I was probably 14. And I got my first, I guess, I don't know. I didn't even know what this meant at the time. My mom's like, "This is $1 million deal." I was like, okay, well, I guess that's good. We won that. Now what? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really, just like a number. And I had everything I ever wanted, which was skateboards and snowboards. So
how did $1 million change your life?
At the time, not much. I mean, I was just so thrilled. I mean, once I turned, 16, 17, I could get a car. That was pretty cool. And then, I invested. My mom got me into like real estate because I think they were worried about the car and the cars that might come. So it kind of tied a lot of my finances up. But honestly, it was quite a burden in the beginning because, it's fabulous to make it, and then it's just like, what do you do? And it's not something I really learned in school. And people do go to school to learn exactly how to invest and do these things. And so that was kind of like a hard thing to learn. But yeah, I mean, it gave me that comfort, I guess, of saying like, wow, at least if all falls away, through this snowboarding, I was able to put a roof over my head. And that's fantastic. So that was kind of why I ended up getting a home when I was so young.
What role did Tony Hawk play in your career?
Yeah, Tony Hawk. I mean, he basically, was my hero. Every kid at my age was just fascinated with him. And he would skate my local skate park. And I just assumed one day I had this grand plan in my head that if I just skated well enough, he might come talk to me. So I was too terrified to approach him. And it worked. I skated and I did new tricks every day. And he strolled by and invited me to go to this skateboarding demo with him, which sparked this friendship. And, he never really sat me down and gave me specific advice, but he was the only one that I knew that was going through everything I was about to go through. He had his video game. People knew his name everywhere. And, but he was still a family man. And I got to just watch him interact with fans, how he divided his time with his family and things. And he really remained the same guy through all of it, the success and the ups and downs. And so he was just like that perfect person to be around.
When he fills out his taxes, I said, "What do you put down?" And he said, "Skateboarder."
He does?
Yes.
I bet.
You don't put, what do you put down as your occupation?
I guess I'd say athlete, but yeah, snowboarder would probably, nowadays, they might be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I saw where some athletes reached out to you, former ones, David Beckham, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Pretty cool territory.
Yeah, I was getting these funny emails of like, your application has been accepted to the Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, David Beckham retirement home. I was like, oh, nice. No, so cool. I mean, amazing talents and legends in their sports, and to kind of have them cheering me on and having followed my career. And I mean, it's just so great, the respect among athletes. And I'm so pleased to call them friends, you know, and it's exciting to look at their careers and what they still mean to their sport, even though they haven't been competitive in some time. You know, it's definitely a weird territory, new waters for me. You know, I'm so used to like getting out there and earning my cred, and to finally be putting that to rest and, you know, enjoy what I have accomplished already, and to see those messages really, you know, solidifies a lot of that for me inside. So that was really nice.
He's retired now. Shaun White, he placed fourth in the half-pipe snowboarding competition in Beijing. And then you left Beijing that you wanted to attend the Super Bowl?
Yeah, well, I had my girlfriend sat me down. She's like, she should make, I was like, I got so much stuff I want to do when I have the time for it. She's like, you got to make a list. And like third on the list was like, go to the Super Bowl. I've never been. There's always some competition or something that's kept me from attending. And boom, I'm flying home from China. I land, like family's there to meet me. I said hi to everyone. And then I rushed off to the Super Bowl, and it was just amazing. The Rams won. Which was so cool, having spent so much time in LA. But yeah, it's like all those little things I get to do now. I'm very excited about.
What was number one and number two on the list?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was just places to travel to, somewhere warm. You know, so much time in the cold.
What about getting engaged? Where isn't getting engaged on your list of things to do?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. You know, it's so nice to finally have the time to spend with somebody, you know, and I am in an amazing relationship, so we'll see where it goes. But I know my brother and sister have children, and you know, that the thought of that was so, I pushed it off for so long, you know, but then once your, you know, siblings have their own kids and you're in the mix, and just family's so important to me. I'm sure it's something I definitely want to experience in my life. So we'll see.
Well, you're grown up now. You got to do big boy things now. You're 35. You got no excuses.
You
know?
She put you up to this?
No, but I saw on social media, and it's like,
yeah, okay.
So,
yeah.
You know, just so you know that Sean's girlfriend, Nina Dobrev, is an actress, and she put some pictures, I guess, in your travel bag. So when you
yeah.
So you
well, yeah, and I mean, people couldn't. No one was allowed to attend the Olympics, and it was so hard because every time, normally I have family, friends, you know, support group, and no one was there this time. It was just myself, coach, and actually a physical therapist named Esther, who's just incredible. That was along for this ride, and she got a medical credential to go. But yeah, I opened up my bags, and there were just pictures of our relationship together, and friends and family pictures with notes and all these things that I kept finding, and then made this incredible video of people wishing me, you know, the best of luck and what I mean to them. And you know, just the years, you forget how many years you've been doing something, and how it's kind of like the ripple effect of everyone. And they're like, all right, like we finally get you home, we get you back, we get you know, time with you. Obviously it's wonderful winning these awards, but we like to spend time with you, just, you know, doing normal things. So it's nice to kind of see all that. But yeah, she's been so monumental in this whole transitioning period for me, and showing me what that other life looks like. So it's great.
have your final run, and you couldn't help be moved watching you be emotional there. Like it
No,
kind of
thanks.
like. Have you seen yourself after you've had that run and how emotional you were?
I've watched a bit of it. Yeah, I can't watch it without getting emotional. You I guess I was told when I was a kid that this day would come, and hey, it's the inevitable. You'll get to a point where you either can't ride, or the tricks get too heavy, or some sign will happen, and you'll retire. And just to be actually living that moment that I'd heard about and never really thought about until it really happened. And yeah, it was moving. And a lot of the competitors had lined up at the bottom and came and gave me a hug and told me what it meant to them that I was there competing with them, and what I've meant to them for their careers. And I mean, one of the guys was like, I haven't told you this ever, but my first board, I had your pro model board. I wore the jacket you wore. I wanted to be you. I was like, oh, this is so wild, and then they pulled up my family on the big screen. They had a big TV there, and just to see their faces and realize, we've all been in this kind of journey together for so long in a sport that was very misunderstood. Snowboarding had no Olympics. It had the X Games had barely even started. It was very like we were kind of throwing our lives away in people's opinions by putting so much into this sport. But I just believed, and I knew that at the end of the day, I enjoyed it so much that who cares? But it turned into this amazing thing, and just to see where it's come from and how big of a part I've played in that was just wild. So I got very emotional. I don't think I've cried as much at an Olympics before.
And I got emotional watching the Dear Rider documentary at the very end when you guys are doing the ceremonial, basically goodbye with Jake Burton and and his wife, and watching that with his with her kids, and that was pretty impactful there.
Yeah, heavy, like really the father of our sport, and his passing was just so heartbreaking for a lot of us, and it happened very suddenly. So I know he had his certain health problems throughout his life, but this one came so quickly and so abruptly. And just remembering him, and that was something I even mentioned in one of my interviews out there. I was just like, it's so bizarre to get to the bottom, because I've seen him after every Olympics, and taken our photo together. And, I think he would have been proud on how everything ended. And it's just wild to see how much the sport has changed. They used to dig those half pipes with shovels. Now to look at it's huge, it's 22-foot walls. I mean, I don't think the TV really puts it into perspective, the scale of it all, but just to see where it's come is just incredible.
Go get a job, Shaun, okay?
Yeah, totally.
Go get
I did want to have a summer job at I wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger and work the counter and just kind of give people a hard time when they came through.
You know what you should do is get a documentary crew and just all of these jobs that you thought about doing, and just do one shift.
Yeah, I like that. That's not bad.
Just go into In-N-Out and you're there taking orders.
Just getting it done.
Yeah. Go to a Dairy Queen. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things there.
The test. I like it.
Good luck, Shaun. Thanks for all the entertainment through the years.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That's Shaun White, now retired, a 5-time Olympian, 3-time Olympic gold medalist.